Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now, welcome back to Unranked Diamond EU Northeast Edition. Yesterday we are doing a replay version. This was a game that I played actually earlier today. I'm still recording on my birthday to prep some content for you guys while I'm away on a little trip. But we're playing Kha'Zix today, so a jungle episode. And the title of this video is probably something to do with, like, there's too much damage and then Kha'Zix. That isn't just about Kha'Zix, it's in general. This game is going to highlight the damage in League is crazy. It just is. Obviously, Riot has said, you know, they are aware that the damage is higher this season. And by the way, they have already toned down the damage a little bit. From the beginning of the season to now, the damage has been toned down. Nowhere near enough, in my opinion. And I think this game hopefully will prove that. Like, it's absolutely mad. So comp-wise, we have a Nasus top, who's a Nasus as a pick is a bit meh. Kha'Zix, obviously, one of the meta junglers right now. Viego, one of the meta mid laners. And we have Jhin and Swain, a lane that I actually quite enjoy myself. And then the enemy team, we actually need to swap some people around, do that. Kled top lane. People have actually asked me to play Kled recently. I haven't. Maybe I need to, but he does quite good. Rumble, a champion that they have nerfed, if I'm not mistaken, in the jungle, but he's still prevalent, and you'll see this game. It's just ridiculous. Heimer in the mid lane, not arguably the best pick, but a pick that in theory actually could work quite well against Viego or even kind of the current meta mid laners. Yes, Heimer sucks in roaming and he can't roam, but the better is having a good, strong 1v1 mid laner like a Viego, a Cat, a Silas, whatever it may be, but also can roam. At least Heimer, in theory, should be able to deny the 1v1 part. Meanwhile, bot lane, by the way, the enemy team does a crazy all-in at level 1. I don't know why you do that as a Kalista lane, and they do get punished for that. So backfires on them. And yeah, the enemy has Kalista and Taric. In theory, that lane could go well for them. But yeah, not at a level 1. I think that's a little bit nuts to be fighting at level 1. So I'm going to just do a standard kind of clear here as Kha'Zix. I am skipping the Krugs and the Raptors because they do take quite a long time for Kha'Zix to clear. I'm going to hit level 3 and then I think I start looking for top lane. Because yeah, both of them are low. I'm pinging on my way, you can see that. And something does unfortunate happen here. So Kled gets his mount back. I'm like, dude, I'm on my way. I'm really close. I'm literally running just straight there if I can make it. And Nasus will go down. And then I flash and I don't get the kill. So Nasus actually gets the kill, which is good for Nasus. It's a shame that I used flash, obviously. Why did I do that? Well, just in case Kled didn't die, then I get the kill. And it would have been very bad if Kled didn't die. Watch this. Level 3 Rumble with no item. 100 zeros me in, what, 2 seconds? Maybe not even. Yeah. So when I've said, like, oh, the damage in the game at the moment is nuts, literally, he has no damage item. He was level 3 at the time, and literally 100 zeros me. If that isn't crazy, I don't know what is. Like, that is, to me, madness. Like, I actually would call that absolute madness that happened. And like that, I'll be honest, that basically tilted me. I was like, in what way? And again, Rumble, by the way, isn't even an early game champion. But that's the other thing. It's not like Rumble, oh, he's an early game champ, Huz. No, he's a champion that is mid to late game who scales with items. He's not even early game. It was mind-boggling. I was literally just sitting there for like a minute. If you're wondering, oh, Huz, you didn't move when you respawned, because I literally was probably like this, like what just happened. Doing a bit more clearing though. Obviously, you can get tilted, you can be a bit whatevers. Always still trying to win the game in any way that I can. Not every game is going to go well for you, but continue. And by the way, I just, you know, small spoiler, I do recover my game to the point of doing quite well. It's just, you know, the damage is very high. So now I'm just doing more clearing, obviously on the back foot from dying. And, you know, you could argue, oh, Huz, you know, you used flash at top lane. If you had flash, maybe you could have gotten away from the Rumble. True, obviously. But still, he did 100 me in 2 odd seconds at level 3. But yeah. So continuing the clear, that is something that I will say in the jungle. If it does go a bit rough, falling back and doing a bit of clearing is always worth doing. It kind of resets you, gets your XP, gets your levels. And then, you know, when your mind is kind of cleared a little bit, then you can like return for a gank. So Rumble's gone back and bought, you know, the alternator and a Dark Seal. Obviously, Dark Seal, quite a cost-effective item. But you are still wanting to snowball from it. So you can see on the map, he pinged me. So apparently right now, which obviously I was not aware, the enemy team have got vision of me. I don't know that at this point in time. I think that ward maybe just ran out. Maybe that's the indication there. I think I'm looking for a mid lane gank now, though. So let's see what we can do. So done a bit of clearing. Got nothing else to clear. All my jungle is dead. Bot lane getting a kill. And now let's look for the Heimer. I go in now because he's EUNE. I do get his flash, so that's nice. And watch again. Any second. Oh, it does ring a bell. Maybe not this time. I thought Rumble was there. Oh, there he is. Rumble, you know, kind of... Generally, junglers will shadow each other. That, like, when one jungler's ganking, the other will be around. I decide to go back, and something does happen any second. Rumble. He is, you know, again, not an early game champion. He is not an invading jungler, to be honest. Not really. He is invading a Kha'Zix because he's just that confident of how much damage he's dealing. Viego early engages, and I come in to help, and we do get the kill. I actually picked that up. Again, he would not. Viego would not have cared who got that kill. He's happy he's alive. Both of us are just like, okay, he's dead, good. And Nasus gets towered over and gets killed with Kled surviving already, which is unfortunate. But we do kill the Rumble. You can see when he died, the Heimer did ping, you know, question mark ping the Rumble twice of being unhappy about it. It is worth knowing my bot lane was a duo, and at the end of the game, obviously I don't play League with chat on. I can't remember who was saying it. It might have been the Nasus or I don't know. But apparently the Swain was really toxic. I don't know what he said or anything like that, but apparently. Again, I didn't report him because I didn't myself see what he was saying. So I've got no idea. Alright, so just doing more jungle clear. Obviously want to try and make it to level 6 as quick as I can. You know, yes, we've had a couple setbacks this game, but nothing, you know, I can't recover from, and that's the word. You know, you can still recover from it. There is, you know, technically there is catch-up XP, but it's quite hard to actually get the catch-up XP, reminding everybody, for a jungler to get catch-up XP, they need to be 2 levels under the average level in the game. So not just the enemy jungler is ahead, no, the average level in the game. So if you look at this right now, I'd say there's level 5, level 7, level 7, level 6... Average gaming that I get right now across the board is probably level 6. I'm level 5. So for me to actually get catch-up XP, I would have had to be level 4 right now, not even level 5. Meanwhile, by the way, if I'm not, let's just show, because again, this video I'm trying to show like how much damage is in the game. Viego, what? 3/4 health. Heimer, full health. Watch this. So he misses the W, he gets stunned, he gets bursted, dead. That is a level 7 Heimer with just 2 amp tomes. Like, what is that? Like, that to me is just insane. Like, I've said for ages the damage in the game is too high. Kled, by the way, was invading on me. And I believe, yeah, my blue buff has been stolen. Unfortunately, though, Rumble is in the area taking my jungle. And because we have a Nasus, I'm pinging that bush, by the way. I don't know if Nasus just had no idea. I'm like, why are you coming this way? He just goes in and just dies. By the way, he had ultimate up. Doesn't use ult at all. So I'm just like, what was that about? So I've got no idea why the Nasus kind of did that. Obviously, he's having a bit of a rough game. So far being 1 and 3 with 38 farm. But that was weird. You know, especially not even using ult. Like, okay, fair enough. He didn't know about the Kled. He gets caught. But they're not ulting to have the extra fight power. I don't know. So I have to finally hit level 6. Double kill for the Jhin, which is obviously always good. Bot lane is winning by themselves. I decide, I think, to evolve my ulti here. So I'm evolving ult. So the reason for evolving ulti, I am being pinged right now, by the way. So the enemy team is aware I'm here, which I did not know. Like, I don't actually understand. You know, I'm red trinketing, by the way. It just seemed like Rumble knew where I was this game. So I am engaging with then the Viego, and we do pick up the kill. Rumble will probably be very unhappy about that. And by the way, there's Rumble. He just completely owns me and bursts me. I'm dead. But the Rumble just seemed to know where I was this game, which is a little bit weird. It has to be said. Viego surviving in mid lane, though. Just going to push it up. Probably will go back after. Hopefully he doesn't look for the fight. I don't actually remember if he does. I played this game earlier today. But I go evolve ult, by the way. There's different ways to play this champion. I'm going Prowler's Claw this game. So if you go Prowlers, meanwhile Kled roams mid. If you go Prowlers, you actually have the mobility. Oh yeah, watch this, by the way. Blasting, then the Q badly timed, pulls him back. If you go Prowlers, that gives you the mobility, so you don't really need... sorry, other way around. I'm going Prowlers this game, so I'm evolving my ult early, because that gives me the stealth. I don't need Drakthar. Meanwhile, the enemy bot lane, yeah, we're trying to do Dragon. So they're getting owned in lane here, and then they try to do this like weird Dragon by themselves. Very odd decision making by the bot lane, but I now take the opportunity going, I can do Dragon. You know, again, when the game isn't going perfect for me, like, I'm doing fine. I'm 2-2. It's not like I'm feeding. It's just Rumble's having a better early. He's farming obviously better, so Rumble has better clear. But the one, if I can do a benefit for my team, what is something that benefits my whole, you know, all 5 of us? Dragon. That gives Ocean Dragon. That directly makes my Jhin, Swain, Viego, and Nasus, makes us all a little bit stronger. Has a bit more regen. That's a good thing. Meanwhile, kind of a dive is happening. They do get the kill, and I go get the Taric. Unfortunate flash for him. He does flash, but a little bit too late. Rumble's in the area. Swain, he walked a bit forward, which is a little bit, yeah. So that is going to kill the Swain with Rumble ulti. So maybe Swain should have focused just running away rather than going back to get some farm, I think he was doing. But I do get a kill, so we're now 3-2. Just Rumble himself also gained another kill. So my Fed bot lane have their first deaths. Going to continue jungling, though. But yeah, you see the farm difference in between me and Rumble. And it's not like I've not been farming this game. I've actually been farming an okay amount. It's just, you know, you don't have the wave, the jungle clear time that a Rumble does. So with, you know, 11 minutes into the game, it kind of, the slower your clear is compared to your opponent, over time it's going to just have a bigger increase on how much farm discrepancy there is. Meanwhile, Viego nearly gets caught out, but he's okay. Did get ignited. Obviously, Jaime using his ulti. I think my plan here was to do this and then look for a gank, if I'm not mistaken. I am somewhat still expecting Rumble maybe to be nearby. So right now I'm thinking, let's go for it. But Viego has other plans. He just goes for an all-in when I'm not even there. I was about to be there, but he gets the kill, which is good. That's not a bad thing. Kalista goes down in bot lane, by the way, again. So that's good. You know, I probably would have got a kill or assist there on Jaime, but it's always nice when my mid laner is soloing him, even after a gank. You know, he just got Rumble ganked, but he turns it around, which is really good. So again, continuing the clear, getting the red buff. Rumble in mid lane, by the way, is going for that all-in, does get the kill, and now this is an upcoming moment. I'm 2 levels behind, by the way, but he's on a 250 bounty. I ulti, and whabam! I get the cut kill. Nice shutdown, and trust me, that was a very satisfying kill. It's like, yes, I got him. But yeah, like the way that I would define like the damage, by the way, in the game, obviously we all know there's an assassin meta right now in mid lane. It feels like Riot is trying to turn every champion into assassins. You know, with Rumble literally 100-0ing me within 2 seconds at level 3, that's almost assassin behavior for a non-assassin champion, you know? It's absolutely crazy. So maybe whoever's in charge of balance, you know, who's or the team behind the balance team, because obviously it's not an individual that's making all the decisions, but maybe they do like a little bit of assassins a bit too much. So going top lane, the Kled apparently just doesn't have vision of me. And I walk in, but unfortunately, really badly timed that he gets his mount. Now, what confused me was this. He's 2 levels behind. He has very little mana. The play's done. We're backing off. And then he decides to go for a really big all-in. And then, like, he dies. He should have continued the fight. He flashes and dies anyway. He spam-pinged me, by the way. And I'm like, interesting. The play just wasn't on. That was just a little bit too of a desperate play for the Nasus. Maybe, again, maybe there's tilt mixed in, obviously, with being 1-4 or 1-3 at the time. But yeah, that was a very weird play. I am, if you're wondering, like, where's your thought process here? I am thinking I'm going to kill this Kled, but I've got to be smart about it. If I muck up, I'm just giving a free kill, then Nasus will really be unhappy. I'm on a bounty right now. I'm worth 300 gold. So here we go. He's basing. I've got vision. I ult. Stealth. Go for it. He gets vision of me. Gonna finish the kill, get the shutdown, and I survive. 9 health. Maybe I even had 8 health. So I just survive. You see the Rumble's pinging, not happy. But to get a shutdown, Kled was on a bounty as well. So I get a bounty, keep my own bounty, survive. So you can see, recovering my game. 5-2 now, get Prowler's Claw. Dragon's coming up in a minute, which I do want. And yeah, so far, not doing too bad. Pretty happy with it. Also by Boots of Lucidity, 2 long swords. Viego getting ganked in mid lane is going to ult to escape, but unfortunately in a straight line gets Jaime ulted with, I think that was Jaime grenade ult, and will go down as well. Obviously I want to hit level 11 because that gives my next evolution. Rumble, by the way, buying a Magi this game. I mean, again, I do think Medjay purchases are a little bit cocky, but I think, you know, this guy is having a good game. He's been involved in 9 kills out of the 16 on their team. Is that deaths or kills? No, that's 14 kills. So I pink called the dragon because I am wanting to do that. And I'm now kind of in the bot lane area. Ideally, when you've got a fed bot lane, you help them do a play. You kill the enemy bot lane, then you all go do dragon together. That's kind of like the standard play. I haven't seen, at this point, Taric in bot lane for a while. They're both 1 and 5, obviously having a very bad game. The tier 2 is dead. So Taric, I think at this point, he didn't go AFK, but I think he kind of may have like been raging or walking around in not bot lane. You know, and I would say, would I recommend people to play Kalista if you're not a duo queue? Hell no. To me, Kalista should be almost an exclusive duo queue champion because you need a lot of communication. Here's Rumble again. Yep, that gets me 1 shot. Taric gets the kill, but literally that was 100-0 less than a second. I had no time to react at all. And I know he's fed, but still, like, it's just mad. So I do die. But we get the dragon, so that is a positive. Rumble in the area was like basing, but deciding against it. Viega also in the area too. Don't think they should go for a crazy play here. There's 4 enemy, and only 3 are blue. So they are outnumbered. Meanwhile, Nasus gets killed again. A Divine Sunder and Nasus, by the way. I don't think Divine is a bad item on him, but obviously you are going to be quite squishy. Heimer dodges the W from Viego with the tower. The tower blocks it, but he will survive. Taric also in the area. Again, did seem that Taric, at least right now, was giving up bot lane. Just wasn't having it. And I'm just going to clear some more jungle. So there's 3 people mid lane right now, which is a little bit weird because it's not like they've got the tier 1 to take. They have a tier 2. So it's a little bit weird to have 3 people mid. Rumble doing a bit of jungle clearing. I would think my fed bot lane, if they play it well, can deal with the Rumble, but they will have to play it well because he could just one-shot them. Viego goes down to the Heimer. I'm ulting, and I'm going to go for it with then the Prowler's Claw, get the kill. But, watch this. I'm doing a bit of farming. Apparently that was a bad idea. I end up dead. I don't know what it is, but like Leandries and burn things, it does feel like burn effects last a lot longer this season than they practically ever have. So it's a little bit mad. Just a little. But yeah, again, get a kill, get a death. It's not the end of the world. But the game is quite spicy. So just saying, I have both dragons so far, so that's a good thing. We are slightly behind in gold, just over 1,000, and the kills are very close. So this is anyone's game still. The benefit, obviously, we have is AD carries are very important, and their AD carry is kind of sucking. So that definitely is a benefit, obviously. We also have a Viego. That champion is a little bit silly in balance. Rumble getting easy kill, really, on Swain. Nearly goes down, but does end up being okay. This Kled, I did find, was very easily like trigger happy on his ult. He'll just press it, even if it's not a great one. And yeah. So you might be like, am I going to get the red to the Jhin? Not yet. I'm going to keep this red, and I think maybe the next red, if Jin's in the area, I think I give it to him then. I still want, like, you know, I'm having an okay game, but it's not a perfect game. I'm going to go for the Kalista. Look at the damage, by the way. Like, that's still quite a lot of damage. With the Jhin, we're going to end up getting the kill on Kalista, which I don't know why she's that far bot lane at this stage of the game by herself. That's, you know, again, a little bit questionable. Tilt could be involved. But we end up getting a nice kill there. Remember, look at the passive regen you can see happening. That is Ocean Dragon literally working for us, which is always nice. You know, again, nice to have those little benefits that the other team doesn't have. So enemy team, 4 people in our jungle. Have to be a little bit careful here. Not a free area to roam around. Viego literally just walks near a Kled, is now engaging, and from memory we go for a fight here, but the enemy team is still in the area. Rumble ulti comes over the top with Prowlers. I get help, get 1 kill. I literally get instantly killed. Double kill for Taric though, and Rumble will pick up a few. Nasus did not have time to get anywhere close to the fight, and we just end up getting 1 shot by a Rumble. He does have 25 stacks of Medjay, which obviously means it's a very strong item now. But yeah, that was surprising damage. I think at that time the Twitch chat were going, where the hell did you go? I'm like, yeah, I know. So maybe, like, give me your opinion in the comment section. Do you think that there's too much damage in League right now? I personally do. If you don't agree, that's fine, but give your reasoning for it. I just think there's too much damage in the game to the point that it is lessening skill in that effect. Nice play by Jin, just obliterates the Heimer. And we will respawn. Next item, if I'm not mistaken, is Collector. It's a good item on Assassins. Gives you that extra little bit of finishing power that you might just be missing. And then after that, I think it would be a Edge of Night. So Dragon, once again, 30 seconds away. They are looking for the Jin. But as I said, this Kled, very trigger happy. They're engaging straight into us. So that was my burst, by the way. We get that kill. This Rumble had a bone to pick with me. You can see he's literally turning to kill me with the help of the Callista. So I don't know. This Rumble didn't like me. And, you know, I never, like, always just go, oh, maybe there was ghosting involved. But he did know where I was all this early game you guys saw. Meanwhile, the Jin, watch this. And bam. Really cool timed. Jin got one with his ult. Then Viego got the other. Again, NASA's not involved this game. But that is nearly an ace, apart from Heimer. We did kill 4 of them, so it's definitely worth. But yeah, it is a little bit suspect, especially when I'm watching this replay, that the Rumble knew exactly where I was most of the early game. And he is, like, fixated on killing me. When, like, I'm doing okay, but the Jin is a lot more fed than me. Why isn't he focusing the fed Jin? I don't know. So I am pinging Baron. That's what I want to do. But again, it always happens when you're a jungler that's like Dragon. Sorry, not Baron. Dragon. My Jin is going top lane, which is really unfortunate. I'd want him to kind of help with the Dragon because I focus Dragons. I think they're very strong. And he's leaving. So a little bit annoying that our bot lane is just not coming to the fight. We could fight them right now with the strength of them. So, you know, what am I hoping? Yeah, we're going to go for a steal here. I don't know if Rumble's actually here at this top point in time. You can see what I can see. I don't know. And I'm going to go for it. So we do have vision. And I go for it. Boom. I get the steal. I flash out. I survive. So that was really good. I was well happy with that. Good steal. You know, it's always like a really fulfilling thing when, like, you steal an objective as a jungler, obviously. And yeah, watch this, by the way. Look at this regen. So I'm nearly dead, right? I do 1 camp. With 1 camp, I have returned to basically, any second, I am basically full health. I personally also think that's not okay. Like, the game is too forgiving. There's too much damage and the game is too forgiving. Weirdly, Taric, of all people, is farming our Wraiths, by the way, or Raptors, whatever they're called. We're going to get him. No idea what he's doing. And there's a big fight happening. So Jin with his trap gets 1. They do a bit of trading. Enemy team are getting caught by the traps, actually, of the deaths. And they're very close to death, some of them. He hits that one. And then, bam, nice kill there. So they do a bit of cleaning up. We get the Taric. They get the Heimer and the Callista. And Kled, I don't know why, instead of going right to safety, he goes left. And now I get a free kill on a Kled. So not bad. 9-6-2 at this point in the game. Not bad, not bad. The Rumble, you can kind of start to see. And watch this damage. Look at this damage. Like, I know the Jin is also quite fed. He does hit the tower. And I'm like, why is he hitting the tower? Because the tower's nearly dead. He kills that. Then he kills the Rumble. That's quite confident play. But yeah, the Rumble is starting to fall off. He's not falling off. His team is just not helping him win the game. That's the problem. I also, you know, we've all been there that you're really fed, but your team just keep running in and dying. You're like, dude, just play basic. I can carry you. If this enemy team, even with like a 2-8 Callista, had a Ball of Death team comp that they had Kled protecting with a Taric, and they had the Death Ball of Rumble Ult with Heimer turrets, all of that happening, that would be really hard to deal with. They're not doing it. They're all kind of going separate, getting caught, and then the Rumble's like, I can't do anything. And obviously, as we mentioned, he bought Medjay, had 25 stacks. He's now down to 5. So that Medjay purchase, you know, that's why I personally don't like Medjay too much. It's very up and down. Like, if it's going well, great. If it's going bad, not that great. So going to go back. I think, yeah, next item would be an Edge of Night. I'm pinging, by the way, those 2 pings. I'm like, yo, Jin, go get the red now. At this point in the game, I think here you even see me saying red, you know, red buff's alive. I ping Jing, which you can't see, but then I ping red, so he goes to gets it. You know, I wanted the previous one, but he can have this one. And we're 1 dragon away from Dragon Soul, so that is one thing I will say. I was very happy with myself so far in the fact that this early game was rough. You know, getting killed by Rumble and his damage and then him knowing where I was for whatever reason. It was a rough early game, but I still kept my head to be positive enough to get all the dragons. The enemy team is looking for a really crazy engage. Gonna go for this big play. I find the Rumble. I kill him because, again, he's one of the big threats. I survive just, and I can't really help too much more here, but our Ball of Death at this point in the game counters theirs. But really what happened there they go for a desperate engage, and they take so much damage when they were like on their way in that they were just screwed by the time they actually could fight us. Me and NASA's going for the Heimer, and there is it. Surrender vote 4-0, recovered the game, 10-6-3 on Kha'Zix. Pretty happy about that, with also getting every single dragon in the game. So that is where you can recover games. Yes, obviously, let's not, you know, beat around the bush. Having a winning bot lane is obviously going to help. But when you have a losing top lane and arguably a losing mid lane, having one lane out of the 3 winning is good. And thank God it was bot. As I've mentioned many times, the meta of the game, bot lane is strong, jungle is strong, and if you're playing meta mid lane, then obviously meta mid. Top lane is still relatively irrelevant. But that is going to be it. If you guys enjoyed Huzzy in the jungle playing Kha'Zix, throw a like on the video, throw a subscribe. Hope you're all doing well, keep it safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.